Well, now, sometimes that silver lining gets a little brighter. What's going on, everyone? It's Rich Haywood here for Bacon Ice Cream Productions and Team RTFC, welcoming you to yet another episode of the Good Times Newsline Flashcast. Yeah, that's right. That's right. We're here with the Flashcast, and it's an Atari VCS news update. And, well, the biggest story in the last week or so was, of course, revolving around Atari 50. What was going to go on with Atari 50? Were we going to get the DLC? Were we not going to get the DLC? They said no. People were really upset about that. They said, well, we're still kind of sort of maybe working on it, kind of maybe, but not committal. And that never really went anywhere. So we're just basically stuck with Atari VCS owners. We're not going to get the DLC in a package onto the Atari VCS. There are a number of reasons why maybe that was not going to happen, and some of them might actually have logistical reasons for not happening, which we can discuss that later. But there has been another update since the fervor of the fans let Atari know, and under no certain terms, that they were very displeased about the news that was going on. We have this coming from the Discord, from the very source who gave us the original bit of news on the Atari Club Discord, back with an update. Says, Atari 50 DLC update. We have put the mechanics in place to offer everyone on the VCS who owns Atari 50 a code so that they can unlock the base game and DLC content on Steam, PlayStation, Switch, or Xbox. So that's all of the different platforms that are available, that the DLC is available on. If you own one of these things, a PC with Steam, a PlayStation, I guess 4 or 5, a Switch, or an Xbox, I'm guessing One or Series X. I think that's the way that works. Not too sure, but like an Xbox. Then you can get a code that will give you the base game and the DLC content if you don't own either one, which is pretty cool. That's a decent make good right there. Let me get this out of the way here and continue. We have pulled a list of accounts that owned the game on Atari VCS as of yesterday, which is January 26th. So this is another thing that people were talking about in a make good, if they were going to be able to get a code. How do you know that you were going to be able to get everyone that owned the account or owned the game? Well, they know, they have all the records. You could freeze it and say, hey, by whatever date. And they chose yesterday as that date. So if you had bought it yesterday, and so that way people don't buy Atari 50 on VCS right now and go, oh, give me the code. So I get that. Not a problem. So you've had to have owned the game. So that's a requirement one, is you have to own Atari 50 on the Atari VCS right now in order to get this thing. If you can check that box, you go into the next one. In order to get the code, you will need to open a ticket with customer service team at this address. So that's atari.com/pages/contact. I'll put the link below in the description. Just so you guys know, you must use the email that is associated with your VCS account that purchased the original game. So that's a very, very key factor. So if you have a Gmail address and a Hotmail address and a Yahoo address and use your Gmail address to buy Atari 50, you have to use the Gmail address in the email back to Atari requesting the code, or they'll deny the claim. Okay, so you got that? Got it. Then select Other from the drop-down menu and put Atari 50 VCS key request in the first line. Underneath that, please tell us what platform you want a key for, Steam, PlayStation, Switch, or Xbox. Then tell us if you want a key for the expanded edition, which includes the base game and the DLC content, or if you already own the base game on the platform, just the keys for the 2 DLCs. Our customer service team will start sending out codes next Monday. So that's February 3rd. Please be patient as we roll this process out. We will try to prioritize these requests, but as we were unable to predict customer service volumes next week, please allow for a response time of about 48 hours. We are setting the deadline for requesting keys at 60 days. So the first paragraph is get your key request in right away. So you can do it now, all week long. There's going to be a ton of emails in the Atari inbox for people requesting keys, I'm imagining. Then they have to go and parse all of those requests with all of the list of people that they think that own the game. So they have to do that next. Then they have to get the keys in order to satisfy the request for all the different platforms, because not everyone's going to pick just Steam, just PlayStation, just Switch, just Xbox. So they have to get all those keys. Then they have to get all of their formed emails together. And then they have to double check that they're tagging the right version of the key to the version of the request. And then they'll send you your email. So there's a lot of steps on the customer service end that need to happen first in order to get the keys. So they're just saying, hey, don't think, oh, hey, I requested my key. I went to sleep. I woke up. It's not in my inbox. Where is my game? Give them some time. They're going to get the requests out. But the most important part about all this, besides the fact that you have to use the email associated with the email of your Atari VCS account that you bought Atari 50 with, is that you have 60 days from right now to make your claim. So that's the 27th of January, the 27th of February, the 27th of March. So I'm imagining they might think that 60 days may or may not include possibly the weekend. Maybe they'll give you to the 31st of March if they're feeling generous. They said 60 days. I'm saying it's the 27th, which is a Thursday of March. So you got to get it in before the Thursday of March. I might actually have a third update to the story around that week, just because remind you guys, hey, if you didn't know already, go do this, whatever. I'm going to try to send an email to reminder to myself. Is that a timer or something like that? To remind you guys, I'll try to do that for you guys. But that is the actual update. So the update is they're going to give you, if you own Steam, PlayStation, Xbox, or Switch, I have all of them, you get a code for either the expanded edition if you don't own any of the others, and I actually don't anymore. I used to own a physical copy on Switch because that was the only one I could get a physical copy for. But now that I can choose, I might actually probably choose the PlayStation version of Atari 50, as I now have a PlayStation Portal. But anyway, you guys can choose whatever you want, which is kind of cool. Plus, if I'm not mistaken, there might be trophies. I'll have to check that out. And if there are, oh man, boy, do I want to get some trophies and some Atari games. Anyway, that's another thing. So you can choose your platform, you can get the game, and then all you have to do is email them or open a ticket by doing the email form. So what does the form look like? Well, let's find out, right? So if you go to the web address and you go to the Contact Us form, this is what it's going to look like. This is the Contact Us form on Atari.com. So this is Atari.com/pages/contact, which is the link on the email. This is what it looks like. You can go through and go to Contact Us. And on the page, it's going to say first name, last name, email, phone number. Choose a topic. You want to choose other, right? According to the message. And then once you choose other, you're going to put Atari 50 VCS key request in the first line, like a so. Boom. Key request in the first line. Boom. And then you want to tell them what version you want. Do you want PlayStation? Do you want Switch? Do you want whatever? I'm just going to write PlayStation. Right? And then I would like the expanded edition, please. Boom. And then that's it. That's all you got to do. That's it. You put Atari 50 VCS key request in there. You choose the platform that you would like, and then you would say, I would like, I would like a key for the expanded edition, please. And there we go. And that's it. And then you send the thing, and then it goes off to Atari, and Atari hopefully then goes, oh, hey, this guy wants a Atari 50 on PlayStation, and he wants the expanded edition. And then they send an email out. You get your key. Everybody's happy. And that's it. So once again, it's put in your first name, put in last name. Whoops. All right. Put in last name, put in email address. Yeah, I didn't want to have my autofills going all over the place, but whatever. And then that's it. And then you put in, like I said, this email, this stuff right here, Atari VCS key request, your platform of choice, and then I would like a key for the expanded edition, please. And then you go down and you hit submit. That's it. And that's how you do it. That's a pretty easy thing. It's a pretty easy thing to do. And it's also pretty good times. We like easy things. We like good times, and we like when the community comes back to a publisher and says, hey, we were not happy about a thing that happened, and make their voices heard in a polite way. In a polite way. I did see some unfortunate business on the channel. Some people calling people out directly. That's none of that. These people just they're doing their job. You know, they're trying to do it as best as they can. It's probably not even their fault. It's probably not. They're not even in that department. So no calling people out. No calling people directly out. Like just like, oh, it's that one guy did the thing and he's the reason I don't get Atari 50. None of that. None of that, please. You know, we keep it civil, but sometimes like I said, the silver lining gets a little brighter, and you get this kind of thing. We're still going to get some awesome new games released on Atari 50. It still stings that we're not going to get Atari 50 on the VCS, but that brings me to that last point. So what if one of the logistical reasons why Atari 50 Expanded Edition wasn't going to be available to be released on the Atari VCS is because if you added up all of the updates that have been on Atari OS so far, and the fact that a VCS user probably owns something else, and then you add the Atari 50 Expanded Edition onto the console, and you have not yet upgraded your hard drive, what happens? It could be that the possibility of them doing that for all owners is that you either have little to no space to add a single other game onto the console, or it can't fit. It's a possibility. It's a possibility. This thing did not come with a whole lot of space. And from what I heard, the Atari 50 DLC alone was 15 gigabits. So that's just for the DLC. So you add the DLC plus the base game together in a package, and now you're up over, you're close to 25, I think, because I think the original was 8, 7, maybe, something like that. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong down below, but it's a theory. A theory is they could have possibly done this and then released it and then been breaking people's VCSs because the darn game wouldn't fit on a base console. You know, so there's another thing. They could have been like, oh, hey, well, you get this free thing and you can download it, but it, you know, when you download it, it's going to break your console. That's not fun either, right? And not a lot of people have gone through the upgrade process like we have here on Studio A. And even on my collector's edition, I only have half of the upgrade, right? I didn't do the 32 gigabit RAM upgrade. I only did the 2 terabyte upgrade or the 1 terabyte upgrade. Like I said, yeah, like we did before, the 1 terabyte upgrade for the hard drive. So thank goodness I did it, so I would have been able to have that on my console. But if I didn't do the upgrade, where would we be? In a hurt spot, I'm imagining. So, like I'm saying, there could be a thing where that it could have legitimately broken people's base consoles as an update. And again, maybe it wouldn't have. Maybe there was another thing they could do compression. I don't know, some wizardry, whatever. But again, you know, there might have been other reasons why that they didn't want to admit and say. But you know, there's more to meets the eye than just, you know, hey, we didn't feel like doing it. So there was a lot of consternation out on the internet about why this wasn't happening. And sometimes there's a very clear explanation. Whether or not they want to tell you what the explanation is a different story. But at the end of the day, again, it all comes down to, well, when the company's backed up against the wall and the customer base is unhappy, how does the company respond? They can either respond positively, like we get here, because that's a great make good. You know, if you've got another console and you are, and a lot of people that were upset were like, well, I might as well just go and buy it on XYZ console. Well, good. Well, now you don't have to. You could just get the game and the DLC all together in a package on the console. It's gonna work fine. It'll be playing great and it'll be good. Yeah, it's a bummer. It's not on the VCS, but we still have Atari 50 base on the VCS. And they didn't say they're going to take your game away. You still have the base game on the VCS. So if you own it, now you get to own it somewhere else, and you get the DLC, and they're picking up the tab. I'm not as happy, not as unhappy. I think it's a fantastic make good. I think it's a fantastic move to kind of smooth over things with the base. Yeah, maybe there's some hurdles you got to jump through, but of course, I mean, anything that comes for free, there's a little effort involved, right? There's always a little something that they need, and it's not that bad. I just showed you how to do it. You can rewind and get it back. I think it's good. It's well done to Atari, well done to the support team, and great for looking out for the fans of the console that is the little console that could. It's fantastic. I think it's great. And that's it, basically. That's all I got to say about that for right now. Before I get to more rambling things, it's really cool. I think it's really cool that is even happened, and it happened that quickly. Because again, they could have just left it at that. They could have left it at sorries are sorries, and that's what it is. But they didn't. They took another step forward. They're making some customers happy. Some customers will always be unhappy, but that's okay too. But at least for now, this is I couldn't have come up with a better option on myself, right? So that's great. But what do you guys think? Let me know down below in the comments. Get in there, hang out with me in the comments below on the story. Like I said, I will try to remind everyone as that 60-day close approaches to remind everyone to say, hey, guys, the 60 days are coming up soon. If you guys haven't filled out this form, get in there, fill out the form. I'll do another video. And just remind people to get that so you can get the key. Because, now that the make good's out, don't wait. Get it. Get the key. If you want the thing with the upgrades to the whatever system you want, do the thing. They're saying they're going to do it. There is a timeline on it. Get in there and get it done. Like I said, I'll try to get that update for you around the time of the close of this offer, and that's it. So we've got a video here to end on Bacon Ice Cream Productions. We got to do one thing and one thing only, and that is thank, you guessed it, the members of the Good Times Club. So let's go ahead and do that right now. Let's thank the EverCanadian, Crimson Cross, George Games, Chris Westerman, Fan of Fiction, Lloyd R. Jim, Papa Pete, the Intellivision Gamer, Ken LaCure, Mr. Shua, John Willig, Gunsy20, Herb Wars, DF, Joe Whitlash, David Valdez, Immortal Sojourn, and Dan Nastic. Hey, Dan, I did actually, in fact, do the thing where I updated all the thing. I just have not yet uploaded the video to the console. I don't know. Can I do it now? I don't think I can do it now. So the very next video you'll see, I promise. The very next video you see will have your name on there, but I'm giving you a special shout out again. So thank you again for being a member of the Good Times Club. If you want to be a member, you can hit the join button. Get all sorts of cool exclusive content, some stuff that we'll be working on over this week, even though I'm going to be away. Will be coming to some Good Times Club members. As of course, the Good Times Club meeting will also be coming to the Good Times Club members, because that's what we do here. We allow you inside, behind the curtain, as to what's going on in Bacon Ice Cream land, so you, the audience, can tell me, the guy on the face of the internet, to tell you, all the things that you want to see. So it's awesome. Thank you guys all so much for being members. If you're not a member, that's okay. Leave a like, leave dislikes, leave comments down below. Of course, hit some subscribes and the bells for notifications. And until next time, we will catch you next time for some good times. I'm Rich, and we will see you later. Take it easy, guys.
teamrtfc.baconicecream.com.
And submit. All right, man. That was good. It says, thanks for contacting us. We'll get back to you as soon as possible. Well, there we go. Well, at least I'm in. Are you in? Come on. Atari.com/pages/contact. Hit those buttons. See you guys.